Hello and welcome to The Great Wall. We are working on challenge number 6 and we are on step C, my friends. And hey, this is an on your own problem, so you should have solved the entire problem on your own. And now you're watching this video just to make sure you did everything correctly. Without further ado, let us move on to our situation here. All right, so you need to use the iterative function and your drawings to create a formula that will work for any section number. Be sure to illustrate your formula on your drawing, which we've already really done. And then you got to test that formula against section 5 right here, section 6 right here, and section 7 right there to make sure that it agrees with your T-chart and that it is correct. Now, we've always talked about the iterative function is the beginning step towards creating your formula. And then you might have to add or subtract. And what we usually do is add the constant in to create the final formula. So we're going to use, since this is goes out 2 carats and ends up with plus 2 as your iterative function, that means we're working with squared numbers, which means we're using the formula for area, which is base times height, right? So we're looking over here at base times height, and then the second part is to add in the constant. So let's go ahead and write that formula down as it should be done. And here we go. I'm going to just use this formula. So I'm going to write the base. So my base is s plus 3. So I'll write s plus 3. And I'm going to just put that in parentheses. And then I'm multiplying it. So you don't really need it times because when you have parentheses right next to one another, it means multiply. If you like, you can make a little dot for multiply. And then I'm going to do my height, right, which is s plus 2. So I'll write s plus 2 and then put that in parentheses. And then I'm going to add in, so I'll write plus, and I'm going to add in my constant, which never changes. It's always plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3 for these 1, 2, 3 triangles, right? So I'll go plus 3, and that right there, my friends, is our formula for this growth pattern, for this great wall that is growing and growing and growing at this pattern or this rate. Alrighty, so now just because we haven't done problems like this with squared numbers yet, if you made a mistake and you got the wrong formula, why don't you just pause the video right now, fix your formula, and then go ahead and test it before we do our test. And then you can hit play again, pause the video, and then hit play again, and we'll go through the rest of this together, my friend. Alrighty, my friends, and here we go. We've got section 5, section 6, and section 7. We wrote the exact same formula for each of these, which is s plus 3, the quantity of s plus 3 times the quantity of s plus 2 plus 3. And then we just plugged in the numbers. So in this case, I plugged in 5. 5 plus 3 times 5 plus 2 plus 3, right? And then this gave us 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 plus 2 is 7. And drop the 3. 7 times 8 is going to give you 56. Plus 3 will give you 59. And bam, if you look here, that agrees with our T-chart for section number 5. And that means we get to give ourselves a big old star and say, yes, that works so far. Let's test it the 3 times, right? So section 6, we're going to plug in 6 for each of the s's, right? And then we've got 6 plus 3 is 9. 6 plus 2 is 8. And then drop the 3. 9 times 8 is going to give you 72. Plus this 3 will give you 75, which agrees with our T-chart for the 6th figure or section number, right? And 75 works, so we get to give ourselves another big old star and circle it. If it works a 3rd time, it's a charm, and that means this formula will work for any section number that we want to build. We'll know how many blocks we need. So let's go ahead and do that. So I plugged in 7 for each of the s's. 7 plus 3 is 10. 7 plus 2 is 9. Drop the 3. 9 times 10 is going to give you 90. Plus 3 will give you 93. And bam, that works and agrees with our T-chart right there. So we have just completed this 3 times and proven that all 3 times it was correct. So now we know our formula will work for any section number that we want to build. And that, my friends, is superb. Hey, as always, if you made a mistake anywhere along the way, no worries at all, my friend. Pause that video, fix that mistake. That is your fastest way to learn. Until next time, which is going to be in about 30 seconds here, hopefully, because you should be all done and ready to watch the next video. But until then, I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you soon.